This is the Sky Racing WA Guineas. The 3-year-olds are set. Stand by. Holds them up. Lets them go. Racing. Native Chimes walked out. And Jericho Missile is back second last as they get going. And War Satan also widespread the first to leave over Red Can Man. Going up on the inside through the first 200. Bogart Special Choice is fifth, a length and a half to Montalina. The other filly outside of it is KC. Superstorm in the second half of the field, and so's Dig Deep, allowed to find his feet by Ollie. Native Chimes and Jericho Missile whipped them all in as War Saint took a breather. Out to the 1100, they're on the riverside of the course, and War Saint is the pilot by a length over Red Can Man. Then came the Godolphin 3-year-old widespread. He's over on the inside. Special Choice fourth, enjoying a perfect run. Bogart is next over on the inside, being followed then by the filly Montalina. Then Superstorm picking up at the 800, going through now in advance of KC, and Dig Deep is right behind her, trailing, being followed by Native Chimes, and coolly ridden is Jericho Missile. They had it soft in the middle stages of the Guineas, and going by the 550. Parnham's about to open up. War Saint with Red Can Man in pursuit, going to the 400 mark. 2 lengths away behind them, then widespread, followed by Special Choice. Montalina's under heavy pressure. Here comes KC around them, and Oliver's winding up. Dig Deep, they're into the home straight. At the 300, War Saint kicks a length clear. Red Can Man 2 lengths to widespread. KC, Special Choice trying valiantly. War Saint responding down to the 100 from Red Can Man. KC, she's climbing over the top of them. KC, War Saint, KC lunging. Oh boy, they hit it. They hit it, it's close. War Saint, KC. Superstorm flew on the rails late, in between horses. Red Can Man, it's a photo to the Guineas. And then Montalina, what a run. In behind them then, next of all, when they'd pulled up Bogart, Dig Deep together. Back in the field, Jericho Missile, widespread dropping out. And amongst the last home, Native Chimes. It's a photo in the Guineas. War Saint, Neville Parnham, KC, the stablemate. 5's held on, it's War Saint. Number 5. War Saint has won by a lip. KC, Stephen Parnham second. Now Red Can Man in the middle has run third, and fourth is number 10, Special Choice, just in front of Dig Deep. Superstorm was down on the inside of those close up in a thrilling finish. Boy, close. Short half head, half and ahead of the margins. Short half head ahead in 1:37.84, and they just took the foot off the accelerator. It's been a brilliant ride, front-running ride by Chris Parnham on War Saint at $31. Fourth in the Faritha, fourth in the Belgravia, and they served it up to it soft to be able to hold out the fast-finishing KC. It's been a massive run, and also Red Can Man. War Saint by War Chant out of Amber's Halo for Terry O'Connor, M. Connolly and Ronnie Sayers. Bred at Yarradale, trained by Neville Parnham. And Nev, of course, won the race here with Rommel not that many years ago. He's won it with Playing God as well along the journey. He adds another Guineas to his record today, and he picks up the Quinella. KC second by Playing God from Flirt and Hope. For the Edwards family, Stephen Parnham in the saddle. Red Can Man by Gingerbread Man from Brocky's Ace, Steve Wolf and Peter Nucky. A super finish it was. Well, the Kirin Railway is next at 4:50. 11 and 14 of the scratchings. Let's go to Brittany Taylor. She's over there, and now with a very relieved Chris Parnham too, after a wonderfully judged front-running ride here on this War Chant 3-year-old War Saint. Brittany.
Certainly a beautiful front-running ride by Chris Parnham, and Neville Parnham will be a very proud father because his boys have Quinella the race with his horses. Chris, how does that feel to win your first Guineas and to have your brother right alongside you?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, you know, to win a race like this for Dad, and I guess Steve finished alongside me. I thought I actually got beat on the line, but yeah, just a great thrill.
Going into it, did you think that the horse would see out a strong mile, or was the key that you were able to dictate out in front?
We weren't really sure because he hadn't been over it before, but Dad just said to me, he said this horse worked outstanding on Tuesday, and if he can run out the mile, he'll go really well. So we didn't really come here thinking he had a chance, so we had nothing to lose, and I let him roll from the 600, give him something to catch, and yeah, he gave a really good kick. So I wasn't surprised it took so long for him to get me, but yeah, I'm just thrilled I held on.
Not long now until you jump aboard the Velvet King for the railway. Could it be a massive feature race double for you today?
Oh, look, I'd love it to be, but let's just see what happens.
All right, best of luck. Go get ready for the next.
Thank you.
Brittany Taylor there, having a chat to winning jockey Chris Parnham. We'll have a chat to winning trainer Neville Parnham. Great finish from the Parnham yard with a 1-2, with War Saint defeating KC in the Sky Racing WA Guineas. And Chris Parnham successful. Neville, congratulations on the result, a 1-2 finish. You alluded to this earlier on in the day, and War Saint got away with Blue Murder up front, beautifully rated by Chris.
Yeah, look, I just thought he could lead and get it his own way. The secret was to take the blinkers off and put the winkers on, and just looked like he was actually going to get the right run. The filly was fantastic. Probably that horse was starting first up, probably cost her the race. It just was in the way all the way, and just. But however, you know, she had a chance to run him down, and I'm just so happy for Ron Sayers. He's a great friend, a great client, and you know, he's doing it a bit tough, but he's a great bloke. And Chris rode it exactly how we wanted to ride it, and Stevie generally rides him, but Chris rode him in his first trial, and yeah, just the way it worked. Steve finished up back on him because he's a difficult horse. He's not easy to handle, and Steve was doing a lot of work on the horse. But look, I'm proud of both boys. They did a great job on both horses, and they've cornellaed the race.
Yeah, it was a wonderful result, and just beautifully ridden by Chris. Because as you've touched on, the 1600 metres, it was always going to be a little bit of a concern, and he just needed to get away with something up front.
Well, you know, I made that statement this morning. I thought it'd be an on-pace day, and he was able to sort of get it cheaply in front, and I thought he would give a power a cheek. He's worked brilliantly this week and over the last 10 days, but you know, he's probably just got a bit fitter, and he's learnt to settle a little bit, and like, he's a really nice horse. Ron wants to stand him as a stallion, and you know, maybe he can do the deeds of what Playing God did, and he won this race and turned out a good sire. And Rommel, he's having his first yearlings this coming yearling sale. So I won this race 4 times with. It's been a great race to me, and it's a race that I target every year. I try and buy a horse that's a good miler, and at this stage, these 2 horses, I didn't actually buy them. They were both bred by their owners and given to me to train. So, you know, it's been a great result.
Stephen was visibly upset. Did he feel as though that he should have won the race?
Yeah, look, he was quite vocal about it, but he just got a spot back further than he wanted to be, and yeah, he thought he should have won.
He was game in defeat.
Yep, absolutely.
Congratulations on the day.
Cheers, thank you.
Neville Parnham, and a great result. War Saint successful in the Sky Racing WA Guineas.
Yes, he certainly was, Wes, in a time of 1:37.84, and the margins are half head by a long head in a thriller. We've got the big one still to come, the $1 Million Kieran Railway Stakes, and we'll be back with that very soon here from Ascot.